The reason that risk and compliance is important, it's the core sort of pillars to have in place to make sure that we can protect our financial reputation and brands. And then understanding the rules and regulations for LATAM versus EU versus US or Canada, and making sure that you're adhering to all those requirements is a pretty hard task to do. It takes a lot of expertise and research to be able to keep up with all the changes that might be coming down the pipeline as well.
If you make a transaction today, online in Europe, your bank will send you what's called 3DS, basically a two-factor authentication for you to verify your identity. And they do that strictly because of fraud.
You want to understand what 3DS2 is, for example, if you're going into Europe. Why? Because now it's required. And it's going to be kind of like a basic requirement for a lot more markets in the near future. And so you going into these places but not knowing what kind of data you need to collect at the time of checkout, then might mean the difference between being able to sell products in Europe or not. And that's a huge loss if you're trying to reach out globally.
From a banking perspective, when you shift from person-present transactions to online transactions, there is a fundamental change in the way that they perceive fraud, the way that their algorithms work, and of course the cost structure too.
If you are the card holder, you're going to enter your information on the website, and then the request is going to go basically all the way to your bank, the issuing bank. And sometimes the bank will reject that transaction, will say, oh, hold on. I didn't know that they were in Italy. Okay, well, why are they buying something in Italy? And then they'll just fail the transaction. The due diligence that every institution follows to verify and validate each transaction is very different. And that's where approaching experts, like Reach in this case, there's somebody else that's looking at each one of those transactions. Reach, as a merchant of record, has a way of ensuring or promising you that your fraud needs to stay low. On a monthly basis, we can ensure you that the rate of fraud that's going to go through your account can't go over that, because otherwise we get in trouble. And that's the best protection that you have.